What, in a nutshell, is the answer to who rules the world now?
Well, there are, as I try to discuss in the book, there is no simple answer. We usually think of states when that question is raised. And with regard to states, there's no doubt that the United States, despite its decline for many, many years, is still overwhelmingly more powerful than any state or group of states. But that's only one factor. States have internal structures, an internal distribution of power. In the United States, power is overwhelmingly and increasingly in recent years in the hands of a very narrow sector of corporate wealth, private wealth, and power. And they have counterparts elsewhere who agree with them, who interact with them largely. And that's another dimension in who rules the world. And there's also the public. The public can have, sometimes does have, enormous power. We can go back to David Hume, first major modern work on political philosophy, Foundations of the Theory of Government, pointed out that force is on the side of the governed. Those who are governed have the force if they are willing to and eager to and recognize the possibility to exercise it. Sometimes they do. That's a major force in who rules the world.
But when it comes to state power, you don't buy the idea of China as the next superpower, the imminent superpower?
China? I mean, China plays a very important role in the world, undoubtedly. If you take a look at, say, per capita income, it's far behind the United States and other developed states. It has enormous internal problems, demographic, ecological, resources, and so on. It's undoubtedly going to play an important, in military terms, it's not even a fraction of the United States and Western powers. So it's, yes, and economically it's significant, but bear in mind that a good deal of Chinese production is actually foreign owned. Apple, world's major corporation, happens to produce in China largely, but that's U.S. production, which happens to use Chinese facilities, labor, and other facilities. So China is a growing, developing power in some domains. In fact, it's gone quite far, even in high technology industries. So, for example, in production of solar panels, China's in the lead, not just in mass production, but also in innovation and high-tech development. And all of this is significant, but is by no means a power on the scale of the United States. In fact, take a look at the confrontations between China and the United States now. There are serious confrontations. Are they in the Caribbean? Are they off the coast of California? No. They're in waters around China where China and others have territorial claims. That's a symbolic reflection of the nature of state power.